Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is your host, Himanshi Kaushik, and I hope that you all are doing good, safe, sound, and happy. There's one quote that I usually say is that they say university makes students. Here, students make university. So, with this slogan of Think Big, I welcome you all in this webinar. So, today we have gathered here to know more about the emerging areas of geography, a subject that is remote sensing, GIS, and geospatial. And geography is not just a subject, it is the canvas of history, the context of places, and the understanding of interconnectedness. You abide by the same, right? So you have come to the right place. And for this, we have our expert here with us. So I shall introduce you to our expert. We have Dr. Manu Sharma, who is a professor and the present head of Department of History, School of Humanities, lovely professional university here with us. She has done her PhD in history from B.R. Ambedkar University in 2009, and her core area of specialization is basically involving gender issues, women's studies, cross-cultural studies, Hinduism, yoga, and Ayurveda. She is deeply involved in teaching and research for more than 2 decades now, and she's having more than 30 years of research. More than 30 research publications in the books, proceedings, and journals. She has presented more than a dozen research papers in different national and international seminars and conferences, and is credited with the experience of 6 PhD students, successfully completion of their PhD, their dissertation, and more than 10 field projects for final year undergraduate students as well. She is significantly involved in administrative works as academic operation coordinator, distance education classes, and many others. And she's extremely inclined to the international and national collaboration in academics, museums, setup, promotion of cultural heritage, and organizing different workshops, webinars, and other professional and academic work in her domain regularly as a part of her professional work. And it is a pleasure for us to be able to listen her in the webinar. And with this, we are also joined by other experts. So I would now like to request Manu ma'am to kindly please introduce us to our expert and introduce the session as well and commence the session. Ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Himanshi, for introducing me. And let me take the opportunity to introduce and welcome the guest of the session, Dr. Raj Sethia, who is the senior scientist from Punjab Remote Sensing Center. Just to name a few achievements and advancements which Dr. Sethia has accomplished. He has professional interest and experience in soil organic carbon dynamics, quantification of soil properties from multispatial and hyperspectral data, soil moisture assessment, crop growth monitoring, impact of climate change, and many more to come. He has also credited to have many awards in his professional career, as he has been awarded the Australian Society of Soil Science Incorporation Publication Medal, Soil Science Australia, C.G. Stephens Award for the Best PhD in Soil Science from Australia, Francis and Elvin Clark Soil Biology Scholarship from America, Gold Medal from Soil Conservation Society of India. He was the awardee of President Appreciation Medal from Indian Society of Remote Sensing, get the award of Endeavour International Postgraduate Research Scholarship by the University of Adelaide in Australia, Best Student Award, Best Paper Award, and the Men's Certificate, Punjab Agricultural University, Merit Certificate, and Bahamash Award, Maharana Mewar Foundation, Udaipur, and many more. The list is so long, just I take a few names of the awards. He is also have the professional membership of certain membership bodies like Indian Society of Soil Sciences. He is the member of Soil Conservation Society of India, Indian Society of Remote Sensing, and Indian Society of Geomatics. Sir is currently having the responsibility as a leader of Advanced Geospatial Application Group, which is AGAG. And he has a rich experience in teaching and supervising many students of PhD as well as the MSc students. He is also well versed in the soil science, remote sensing, GIS to the trainees at different level. He has also accomplished various projects. And to name a few projects, he is involved deeply into the project related to developing spectral algorithms to predict soil properties and the fractions of soil organic carbon using remote and proximal soil sensing system. He was also the main instrument in the project on assessment of water quality parameters over Satluj River and Hanke wetland in Punjab, detection of water and nutrient stresses in crops using remote and proximal sensing, and many more successful projects was completed under his able and experienced guidance. He has more than 60 publications in peer-reviewed journals and 6 book chapters and selected publications in national and international reputed journals. Sir, on behalf of the entire lovely professional university, from the entire staff members of Department of Geography as well as History and my students, I, on behalf of this School of Social Sciences and Languages, I welcome you, sir. And I also wish to introduce my fellow friend and colleague, Dr. Rajesh Jolly, who will be helping me to introduce the guests to get and share the important information on the application of geospatial sciences, geospatial technology, and will be the part of this panel discussion. So I welcome you, sir, also. Setia, sir, not wasting much time, we all are eager to hear your views on the application of geospatial technology from career prospects, how this geospatial technology is beneficial for us. First, introduce what geospatial technology is. Setia sir, can you hear me? Setia sir?
Ma'am, I think there's some internet issue from his end. I think he's not in the session right now. So, ma'am, we can start the session. Like we can introduce about it.
Jolly sir, you can throw some light. What is the geospatial technology basically?
So, good afternoon, students. We are going to discuss about emerging trends in the geospatial technologies and what are the application fields and what are the job prospects available in these type of streams. Geospatial is a new emerging technology which is very helpful in advanced skill-related manifests. Like most of the cases, we are suffering a lot of natural hazards. So these type of problems are easily tackable and timely managed with the technologies available known as a geospatial technology. So what does geospatial stands for? That is we are going to discuss. So first thing is that before we're going to introduce about the geospatial technology, we have a knowledge about the what does GIS stands for. It is like a software-based system which is going to provide you the information, collection, and retrieval in the form of map. So what is the plus point of that? It is going to calibrate your non-spatial and spatial data sets. In terms of spatial data sets, I'm saying that is maps. In terms of non-spatial data sets, it is like your information which is available in tabular form, like tables. So this type of system is very convenient to analyze on the maps as well as on the data. So you can combine both of these informations. So what is that GIS? It is give you the real-time information. Suppose we are nowadays, we are having a news of the floods occurring in most of the states. Now, this type of situations are easily tackable with the help of GIS. Now, this type of problems are manageable at administrative level as well as at the planning level.
Sir, आपके point of view से, how accurate the information we can get through GIS?
Because most of the information which is collected by the GIS with the different platforms, like remote sensing, satellite based, it is very accurate in accessing. And whenever you correctly collecting the information, it is timely process the information, which will helpful to manage the resources at a better level. So now we are going to come out the component of GIS. Like we are saying that GIS is a tool. So what type of component, what type of different tools are input for my GIS analysis? Like we are required software and hardware, like computers and the printers, which are going to be hardware there. Data sets is very important. Suppose we are using the map. Now maps which were having a digitized form can be assessed in the GIS. Sometimes we are using the map with the help of GPS software. That is also important. Third thing, which is most important, that the people. Now, whatever the analysis we are going to take out, that is going to be managed by the human efforts. Like human beings, which are going to analyze the resources. That this type of technology should be managed by this. These management tools should be applied. So peoples are going to use as a decision-making process for the implementation of the plan. Then we have the policy makers, planners, which are going to implement, like this is the plan, we are ready, how we going to implement. So it is helpful for the policy making also.
Sir, as you said, the data or the maps, you will be going to get it. So from where the source of the map is where? From where we can get the source?
Most of the informations now, with the help of Department of Science and Technologies, are available free of cost. These information are available at different websites, like Google platform are available, like we have the USGS Earth Explorer websites. So these are the websites which are available. Some already prepared map and some satellite informations are also.
Yeah. As I just want to add one thing, that while we are discussing geospatial sciences in this webinar, the purpose is just we want to showcase that Department of Geography has recently signed one memorandum of understanding in collaboration with Punjab Remote Sensing Center, where we both have agreed to start the MSc program in geospatial sciences in the Department of Geography, lovely professional university, just to get the people aware that yes, we are offering this most sought after program in our domain, which will be highly skill based, and the chances of employment is very bright. So these are the few of the criteria which we will be discussing in the next few minutes, which will be showcasing and focusing on what are the parameters, what are the skills, and what are the occupations where our students can explore their future career. So Jolly sir, as you was discussing about the components of GIS, can you please show some details that what kind of software, hardware, and other components are required in GIS?
Now, in most of the cases where we're talking about the software, some software platforms are freely available in the list, that is QGIS. But some are paid softwares are also available, like USA software RGIS, that is available in the paid format. Now, most of the companies are getting these softwares on free platform. Some YouTube channels are also providing the videos for how we can use this information. So these are the helpful in decision making based on the soft data, and it is going to be a real-time information also.
Okay, sir, and you were talking about hardware also. Apart from computer, are there any other hardware required for this?
Yes, we are also required some other softwares, like suppose we are dealing with the maps which are having a large size. So then we require some scanners, plotters are there. Then we have digitizer tablets are there. Similarly, if you're going to collect the information of the map from the ground truthing, from the ground-based survey, then we can use the GPS also.
Okay, okay. Dr. Raj Sethia, I think, has joined. Dr. Sethia, can you please hear us?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay, okay, sir. I again welcome Dr. Raj Sethia, who is the eminent senior scientist of Punjab Remote Sensing Center, an accomplished senior scientist, a researcher, a surveyor, a guide, a mentor, and a collaborator. So, sir, again, I welcome you. Please share your views on the career prospects of geospatial sciences, which we have started in collaboration with Punjab Remote Sensing Center.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, again, thank you for nice words about me. Thank you. And dear students, probably you heard about remote sensing, GIS, GPS. You know, all this remote sensing, GIS, GPS, modeling, they are collectively called geospatial technology. This geospatial technology, has an extensive application in natural resource management as well as public utility and facility. What, if suppose you are going from one place to another place, you people are using GPS. So, and in every moment of our life, we are now, using GPS, GIS, and satellite data to make our life very easy. So, in foreign country, first, because many of you are quite would be aspirant in going abroad for doing PhD and working in one or another area, then I would strongly suggest that geospatial technology has, very good scope there in foreign, in Australia, Canada, US, and European countries. If suppose you have a good domain knowledge of history, geography, and any other science subjects, then if you use this technology and you earn a degree, either master's or diploma, then you become a technocrat. If you have a MSc in, suppose, in biological sciences or geography, then no doubt you have an academic degree. But nowadays world is, emphasizing to use technology. So if you earn a degree or diploma in remote sensing GIS, then you can help your government as well. You can help many, you can create many citizen centric services. You can it is easy to get fellowship up in abroad countries. If I talk in India, then it is easy to get a, JRF in many IITs, NITs, and as well as many private players are coming up in the area of space technology. Now recently Chandrayaan 3 is in the sky, in space now. So, but probably you heard that it was, ISRO got help from many private players for the Chandrayaan 3. So you people can either help in making spacecrafts, or you can use the satellite data for various applications. Yeah.
Okay.
So now I will go to Dr. Jolie or Dr. Manu, ma'am.
So it means applications of GIS is having a very vast area where students can get their exposure and utilize their skills to get their life more worth.
Exactly, ma'am. You are absolutely correct, because if they know technology and have an academic degree, means they have shined their career.
It means the application of GIS, as Dr. Jolly was also saying, that the water resource management is the one area where the students can also take a round of it or take the interest in this part, because water management is the biggest reason or biggest crisis which the world is facing nowadays. So GIS or geospatial technology can also help us.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I have with me Dr. because Dr. Ajay Mathur, who did PhD from England.
Okay.
And if you please allow him to speak
Most
about
welcome, sir.
career in
Most
space.
welcome. Most
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah.
I formally introduce and I formally welcome you, sir, on this platform so that our students will listen and get benefit from your words, sir. Please, sir.
Okay, many thanks, madam. I am Dr. Ajay Mathur, and I have been into this field for the last almost 25 years. So I can trace you the history of the development of remote sensing and GIS. Now, what we are looking is very, very large projects, which calls for the application of remote sensing and GIS technology. Some few examples could be like, we have got smart cities. All mapping has to be done through GIS. So before I really launch into the prospects, let me give you the insight into the various applications now that we are looking into using GIS and remote sensing. So one of the applications is a smart city where you have to map all properties of a city. For example, I have done for Ludhiana 4.35 lakh properties. Likewise, 1 lakh properties for Batinda city in Punjab. Then again, there are so many projects, if you name any, because let's say you have to plan a road from Delhi to Bombay. You need technology like remote sensing and GIS. So as far as the scope is concerned, we have got now number of openings in this domain. For example, if I trace back PM Modi, who was there as Chief Minister of Gujarat, he was so interested that the director of Gujarat remote sensing used to sit with him. And he is advocating this technology like anything. So you have applications where you need, there are a lot of jobs in urban than even in rural areas. And now just 2 years back, we have some openings or relaxation in the geospatial technology. For example, now you can go for the drone data. It was not available uh, a few years back. Then again, in the geospatial technology, there is something called as street view, 360 degrees. So this has also been legalized now, and now many of the cities have 360 degrees. So the applications are increasing manifold, and so are the this job scenario. There's a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
application in
Yes, sir.
agriculture.
My concern was like, what are the career prospects once the student completes a degree in MSc Geospatial Sciences or MSc Geography?
Okay, right. Now, having said about the application that is coming up, you have number of jobs in state remote sensing centers. So if you go for any of the websites of the remote sensing centers, you will find many jobs on, let's say, on the contractual basis or also on regular basis. Then there are many private agencies who are now recruiting manpower. Just to give you a sense of the requirement, we are unable to cope with the requirement. We don't even get the full manpower as of now. So every corporation now is having a GIS cell. Pollution Control Board is having a GIS cell. Then every department, you say, let's say urban development authorities, they have now full-fledged GIS cell. So one can apply there. Then there is rural departments. So you talk of any department, every department is now having a GIS cell. So you
Okay,
just have
that's
to
okay.
browse the various websites and you would land up in a job. So that is
Sir,
not a,
as an entrepreneur, can a geospecialist have their own startups?
yes. Now, as I told you, that the geospatial technology has been opened up. Let's say you can now fly drones. You can have 360-degree street view. So the government has now opened up the things. Earlier, it was under the license Raj of India. So now the entrepreneurs can come out. And because now you have accessibility to data, that was the worst thing we had in India. No topo sheets we could use, no drone data we can have, no 360-degree views. Now, just
Ji,
2 years back, because of the opening of the geospatial technology, that the government has now allowed all these things to come in the public domain. Okay, it was in the government earlier. Now the private companies can also. So there are a lot of startups for now the drone flying. So you can have a company which can go for the drone data. LIDAR is coming in a big way now. So this relaxation in the technology has now given, yes, the young people, the entrepreneurs, they can come up in a big way.
yes, thank you, sir. Dr. Jolly, do you have some other idea that what kind of jobs or fields are open as Dr. Sinha has just discussed? Apart from that,
Yes, in geospatial fields, we have a lot of jobs with the taste of the student is coming. Like some students are going with a photogrammetric analysis. Some students are want that they should enhance their career in the surveying also. Some student wants that there should be jobs with the analysis point of view, and sometimes we have team leader jobs. So we can say that now these type of job prospects are open from the public and the private sector also. Now, most of the big multinational companies are coming in the field of course and GIS, like Rota, RMSI, Eastry. Most of the companies which were having GIS software, they are now coming up with the project-based mappings also. So a lot of companies are there, a lot of job prospects are there. As Dr. Mathur has already said that now most of the government agencies are trying to build their own GIS cells for management of the resources. Now, what is going to be happen? Suppose there is a forest fire. So without that wasting time, now forest department has their own GIS cell to manipulate the problems. So that is a plus point. That is why now most of the government agencies are trying to build their own resources. Now, I'm going to add on this that Punjab Resources Center, Dr. Mathur and Dr. Setia is from this center. This is one of the autonomous agencies in the Punjab, which is going to tackle all the GIS related projects throughout the Punjab. Because nowadays, most of the news which are coming, a lot of problems are there. Like recently, we are suffering with the floods and we are suffering with the water resource management like SVL. So these type of problems are we can easily tackle with the geospatial. Now planner is going to ask these type of questions to the management of the resources, like to the GISL, how you can manage this.
okay. Thank you, Dr. Jolly. My question as a student is, fine, you have discussed the entire career prospects in remote sensing, in GIS, in geospatial field. Even Dr. Mathur has discussed in very detailed manner that what are the career prospects as a government in a private sector. Even as an entrepreneur, there are ample of chance. What we are offering in geospatial masters, like we have introduced MSc Geospatial Sciences in lovely professional university in collaboration with the Punjab Remote Sensing Center. What kind of courses we are offering, specialization we are offering, so that our students are ready for such kind of jobs or career prospects in their life.
So with the help of a new course that we are going to launch, that is MSc Geospatial Sciences. So this type of program is going to help for the career prospects also. This is a joint collaborative program with the LPU as well as the Punjab Resources Center. In first semester, we are going to teach about the fundamentals of remote sensing and GIS, and in the second semester, we are going to deal with the advanced level remote sensing mapping at the one of the best center in the state, that is Punjab Resources Center.
Okay, you mean a student will be completing his one semester here in lovely professional university, and second semester he will be going to have the exposure and will be benefited from the rich experience of the senior scientist at PRSC. So one semester is in LPU and another will be in PRSC. Okay.
And in the third semester, again, the student is come back to the LPU, where we have now in the advanced stage of the courses. And after that, in the fourth semester, like dissertation work and choosing of the application in different source management, like if they are choosing for the water resource management, if they're choosing about the geological mapping, if they're choosing about the agriculture resource management. So different type of specializations are available in the fourth semester with different specialized scientists are there. So students have better exposure in these type of tastes also.
So Dr. Setia, Dr. Mathur, I suppose that our students will be lucky to have their mentor in the form of Dr. Setia, Dr. Mathur, Dr. Jolly, where they will be able to find their right career pathway for their better future. Dr. Setia, Dr. Mathur. So I expect, and apart from that, not only these programs, but also internship opportunities will be there for our students, whether if they are available at PRSC or any other remote sensing body, they'll be going to get that opportunity to have the experiential learning by learning by doing themselves. Dr. Jolly, what your views are on it?
Because in this program, we are going to offer the internship, that is summer vacations, in which the students are going in different state coaching center, like IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, Natural Disaster Management. So that is going to the taste of the student. We are going to offer the industry internship. So that is going to better exposure that how industry is going to work out to manage of the resources, like what are the job profiles they are going. So in the similar times, we are going to prepare the student for the placement point of view also. That is a beneficial for the students, because we are going to make our student ready for the placements also. So that is the logo, that is the main motive of this program, that after completion of the program, student will be ready for the placement in industry, that is public as well as the private sector also.
Thank you, Dr. Jolly, for a very detailed information about MSc Geospatial. Though I belong to history domain, but yes, with the friends and the colleagues like Dr. Jolly has made me acquaint with much of the nitty-gritties of geography and geospatial science. Thank you, Dr. Jolly, for that. And now I request Dr. Siraj Setia if he wish to share some exclusive things about geospatial sciences or GIS, then his remarks are more than welcome.
Yeah. Students, if
Doctor.
if you are thinking of to pursue your master's or diploma, then I would strongly suggest you to take admission in one of the diploma and or master degree courses offered by LPU, in because this degree and diploma would be in collaboration with Punjab Remote Sensing Center, as ma'am already told, so that they will LPU will give you the theoretical knowledge, and we at Punjab Remote Sensing Center will train you about the use of geospatial technology in various arenas, so that you know the potential of this technology either in urban agriculture, water resource management. And nowadays flood mapping is going on. So probably you have heard in news that India is having lots of flooding in various states. Now we are using, for Punjab, we are using satellite images for near real time monitoring of floods, and we are supporting the government. So again and again, I am telling you that for nowadays, if you want to get a job, besides academic degree, you should have a technical knowledge as well.
Thank you, Dr. Setia. And Dr. Mathur, if we wish to add some more things to that.
Sure, ma'am. Sir, आपको कुछ
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Sir.
हाँ बोलिए, I am Dr. Ajay Mathur again.
Dr. Mathur, if you wish to add some more things to that, finally, before concluding the final words, so if some words.
Yes, definitely. One of the concerns in India is for any child or a father is where he would land in a job. So unlike foreign countries where people go with their interests, so I would say remote sensing is a safe bet. People should go ahead with this, and because there are a lot of opportunities, it is better than many other fields and very interesting too. So all the best to the students. They should go ahead with this stream. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mathur, for your lovely words. Is there any questions from the audience?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, before I take up the questions, I would like to thank the experts, you and all the experts who have joined us, for giving your time, for actually crediting your time for us, for all the attendees. And yes, ma'am, we have got a few questions from the registrants, so I can take them up, right?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Sir Raj sir, this question will go first to Raj sir and then Madhav sir. Then
Sure. Please.
Right. So basically, sir, the question is how the geospatial data collected and what are those different methods and sensors that are used for the data acquisition?
It means, now it depends on the area. So, because now there are different sensors with different spatial resolutions are available. Now you can get the sensor of 30 centimeter up to 30 meter. So it depends, all depends on the objectives of your study, whether you want to use for 10 meter, 30 centimeter or 30 meters.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Ma'am, Manu ma'am, do you want to add anything?
No. I have already listened and already shared my views, and Dr. Jolly also shared. And I wish that students should get benefit from this collaboration. That will be the great. And we have the gem of the person with us, like Dr. Setia, Dr. Mathur, Dr. Jolly, who has very rich experience in the field. They have rich experience in different types of projects they have done throughout their career till date. So I expect and I hope that students should get benefit from their careers and expertise so that they can also learn and grow in their life. Because this is a very budding area, and the people, those who really work in this domain, they also get to know that what are the benefits and what are the chances to grow in their life.
Right, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, we have another question. Jolly sir, this question is for you. So the question reads is, can remote sensing be used to address some of the global challenges? For example, food security or water resource management. As I think I was hearing also when sir was mentioning that there are floods, then we can have, the management. Right.
Yes.
But what about food security?
Right.
Yes, ma'am. In most of the cases that we are going to now tackle with the problems, like flooding, sometimes there is a drought. So when we say that most of these disasters are occurring, they are coming with a shortage of the food securities. So if we are going to manage these type of disasters, then we will be easily manage the problems of the food availability, food security. Sometimes we are saying that our food crops are going to destroy with some epidemic disease impacts. So with the help of these technologies, we are also able to manage the impact of disease in the areas. So like disease and support systems are there with the help of GIS. So these type of resources or these type of disasters are going to be easily manageable if we have these type of technologies and information on.
So there's one question. So these technologies, would they, if not predict, would they sense the future also? For example, let's say there are some of the earthquakes, right? And if so, would we be able to sense that also in order to have the security?
Yes, we can.
Doctor?
Yes, we can do that because the advantage of satellite data is that now we have the historical data from 72 onwards, so that you can use this data to study the spatial and temporal patterns, and that pattern can be put in a model, and that model can help to predict a particular phenomena you are interested in.
Okay. So basically, this technology can then be used for the humans as like a predict how we predict the weather. I think we can have all the natural phenomena that can be predicted by using all these technologies, right, sir?
Yes, Department of Space, ISRO, they are using INSET satellite data to predict the weather.
Right.
Because you are probably that the students know that there is a difference between weather and climate.
Correct.
So now we are talking about weather now.
Right, sir. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Manu ma'am. Thank you, Jolly sir. Thank you, Raj sir. Thank you.
I just want to add the student, those who study geography, the student, those who study geospatial sciences are really serving the environment and nature and us. They are the actually I would say the front liners to deal with the climate issues and to create the awareness to preserve this mother nature and mother earth. So,
Right.
they are really fulfilling the purpose. So thank you, Dr. Raj Setia, for joining us, Dr. Mathur, adding the flavor to the talk, and Dr. Jolly. Thank you so much for your lovely words. Yes, ma'am.
And at the end, I also want to thank all the attendees. So before I just wrap this webinar, I would want everyone to know that this will be uploaded on YouTube. So if you miss any part of this webinar, the link will be provided on your emails. So you can just watch the session. And with this, ma'am, I take your permission to wrap this webinar.
Sure, sure. Definitely, Dr. Setia. Anything?
Hanji, Hanji, yes, ma'am, that is fine. Yes, yes. Dr. Mathur, want to say a few words at the end?
Okay,
Just
sure.
first of all, also.
Well, I would convey my best of wishes. My tenure in this field is now going to be over in 3 years' time, but I would like to see the budding stars who can take us to moon, Chandrayaan, things like things. So
Ji, sir,
looking forward
thanks.
to that.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a
much,
lot.
sir. Thank you for your best wishes. Definitely.
Thanks a
Definitely.
lot. Thanks a lot.
Congrats, sir. And may you
Thank
have
you.
life, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, thank you so much. Then I think we're done with the session. So with this, I take leave from all the participants and the experts here. And with this, stay safe, stay healthy, and meet you soon in the next webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.